It's Yo Dude with J. Yo Dude, our Hypothesis Podcast Metropolis.
Welcome everybody back to Yo Dude Podcast. I'm Ant, that's Jay, and this is our 4th of July episode. Not necessarily going to be 4th of July themed, but definitely want to say celebrate our country, America, independence.
It should be July 2nd anyways.
It should be. John Adams thought it was going to be. That's for sure.
He voted for it to be. It should be July 2nd.
And only 2 people signed the actual independence.
On the 4th, yeah.
Yeah, so.
What was it? Herbie Hancock and...
Herbie Hancock.
No, it's Herbie Hancock.
Pete Townsend.
Yeah.
Pete Townsend and Herbie Hancock.
Yeah. No, I think it was somebody named Thompson, but yeah, it was. No, it really was. It was John
Hancock, and
pretty sure the other guy was like some Corey Thompson.
Yeah,
no,
that's why I said Townsend. It's like something Townsend, I think. Isn't it?
Okay.
I don't even know, something like that. But yeah.
But yeah.
But 4th of July is what it is, and so we're gonna celebrate 4th of July independence all day, every day. It's a great country to live in.
Right. So
we can have free speech in our podcast.
So speaking of 4th of July, check out our internet video of the week. It's full of explosions.
Nothing to it. I've got my Glock, this ridiculous magazine, and we're going to make a mess. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's pretty fucking bad. One more, come on. Don't be a bitch. One more. Okay. Check this out. Nothing to it. It smells delicious. It smells like shit. Wait for it. Here it comes. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Just think, that could be your neighbor's house.
Too.
You mean to tell me the literal best player in the world isn't worth a 12-game increase? 12 to 16-game increase?
Not in the West.
They're all professional basketball players.
Nope.
Yes.
Not in the West.
Yes. He's still going to play the same teams he played as a Cap.
Well, yeah, but he plays the West twice as much.
The schedules aren't even out yet, so.
But you have to play the West twice as much. They play the West like 2 times more than they play the East.
Right.
When you're in the West,
So if
the East plays the East.
So if the LA Lakers former roster before free agency opened managed to win 37 wins in
35.
the West. Well, okay, same thing. Same thing.
But they also got really lucky on those games. Some of those games.
No, they blew a couple teams out. Thank you very much.
Like they beat the Celtics with no Irving or Hayward. They beat the Cavs, but that's not saying much.
So wait. Okay, so the Celtics. I disagree. They're gonna win. They're gonna win 51 games.
No.
51 games. It's on tape. And you're the one that don't believe it because you do believe it in the back of your head. Because you won't bet money.
Dude, the NBA is rigged, so you never know.
rigged against LeBron, so it should
No,
be.
it's not rigged against LeBron. No way. LeBron gets all the calls, man.
Okay,
Fuck that guy.
so if Stern wouldn't let Chris Paul join the Lakers when Kobe was on it, and through a fair trade and acquisition.
To be fair, that was completely different though because it was stupid ass Dan Gilbert.
Blah 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 blah.
Well, to be fair, the NBA owned the Pelicans at the time.
Yeah, partly. I mean, but
So-
that's still, if you're gonna meddle. and
That was
not-
a little different. Had it
Those
because
those are semantics. Either you're gonna interfere once and not let a super team be built like that, or you're gonna interfere.
But that's the thing. He was interfering to help LeBron.
No.
They didn't want him to go to the Lakers, man, because they didn't want a dominant team out there, so they made him go to the Clippers. They made fucking Paul go to the Clippers.
They didn't make Paul go to the Clippers.
I mean,
no one made
trade-
Paul go to the Clippers.
trade-wise, they had to.
No, disagree. No.
Fuck the Lakers.
51 wins, which would be over double. Dude, the Lakers almost won twice as many games as the Pistons last season.
Dude, the Pistons suck.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. The Pistons suck, and the Lakers suck less. And
I'm
now they have
I'm
the best
not-
player
I'm
in
not
basketball
arguing
and better pieces, in some form or fashion. So
that. Yeah, I'm not arguing that.
I
By the
mean-
way, you picked up KCP from the fucking Pistons, though. So
Oh, I know. That was your guys' best player.
no, not even.
I
Close.
know. Beyond Andre Drummond, but
You got Drummond. You got Reggie Jackson's
Reggie
better than
Jackson is probably not better than KCP, bro.
He's way better.
I don't think so.
Yep. Y'all had some bum from us last year too.
Hmm.
Who did y'all get from us last year?
I don't know.
Did y'all have KCP last year?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so yeah. So
But you're such an authoritarian on the Lakers roster, 44 wins.
Whatever.
Shit cracks me up.
Well, that's
man.
what I was trying.
That young nucleus, Randall removed, is still worth
It depends
40
on what
games. 40 games.
It depends on what they do with it though. Like if they trade pieces to get other pieces, that could fuck them up.
I mean, I don't think it'll fuck them up that much if they keep Kuzma. I mean, if they let Kuz go for Kawhi, that's understandable.
They ain't getting Kawhi, probably.
No, they might.
Did you see what San Antonio freaking wants for Kawhi?
Yeah, they're not gonna get him. Then he ain't gonna play. He's just gonna sit.
Whatever. Then he'll be extra sucky with an extra sucky LeBron next year.
I don't know. Doesn't mean he can't practice.
Yeah, but 2 years straight with no competition, man. That's
Well,
a
it wouldn't be 2 years straight. He played 9 games last season.
I mean, basically
Don't matter.
not playing for 2 years.
I mean, I don't know. I think he'd be better than Boogie coming back from an Achilles injury.
I mean, maybe, but Boogie got hurt fairly not super late into the season. I mean, he's already out.
He got hurt. He got 6'11", weighing that much.
Oh no, he's a
Rupturing
big
an
dude.
Achilles tendon. I mean, there's only been 3 guys that have actually rehabbed from that injury as a pro basketball player and somewhat resembled who they were before.
Yeah, but Boogie was so good that for $5 million, he'll be worth it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, exactly. But he ain't gonna get no. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I get what he did. And I probably would have done that in his shoes too. But
I would have definitely. Oh, I mean, I heard he might not have even got a contract offer.
no, that's what they were saying. So who knows if that's true? That makes me wonder what his agent was out there doing, because his agent was out there fishing for 15 to 20,
Oh, probably.
and wasn't getting any fills on it, and
I mean, he wanted to be. I think he probably wanted to get. He's a star player, so he wanted to have one of the first contracts, and he didn't realize he's injured, and they're not going to get it.
Well, I mean, really, if you do the research, there's only like I was saying, Dominique came back from an injury similar to that and still had bounce.
Yeah.
I mean, Kobe came back but wasn't Kobe anymore.
Kobe was also washed up at that point.
I mean,
He was like 39 at that point.
But exactly. But even he didn't come back as he was when he got hurt. Is what I mean. It was still a downgrade for him. It killed. It ended Shaq. Who else?
Shaq's also way bigger though. That's a different. He's way bigger than.
But that's probably the closest, in that ballpark as Boogie.
Maybe.
Boogie's 6'11", Shaq's 7'1". Yeah,
Yeah,
So
but Shaq's also like
I know, huge.
3 times fatter than him.
Well, yeah, and he was older, but still, you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I can see
I'm
that.
trying to remember who else had that injury.
I mean, I think it's happened to a couple people, but
There's been over a dozen. I looked it up earlier. There's been over a dozen, and
yeah, it's definitely had to.
and 7 of them never even got back on the court as a pro. So
True. That's such a weird injury, though. Achilles injuries are so strange. Like they could happen.
They happen to anybody, man.
Well, dude, I was playing flag football, and not a super competitive game. It was just a bunch of dudes fucking around. We had flags and stuff though, but it was like maybe 10-on-10. And dude posted up in front of me with the ball, caught it, made a pivot turn, pow.
Yep.
That was it. Like,
right. And
then he rehabbed that shit, right? And then like 2 months later, he was walking down the steps and blew out the other one. I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
Like a freak accident twice.
Yeah, it's hard for me to fathom the Boogie didn't get like an offer for $10 million from somebody.
I mean,
made it worth his while. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense though, because like unless you're,
because that's the stay away from injury. You know that's.
But also, if you think about it, he's not going to play till probably at earliest December. Most likely, probably not till January.
Right.
If you're going to only sign him to a 1-year deal, you're basically running for half a season at that point. And
but even at that, but if you knew you could get him for somewhat that cheap, I don't understand why Magic and Pelinka didn't just snag him up and put him on the IR for half a year. At $5 million. I mean, anyways, but you could also think of, okay, so they snagged up JaVale for $2.5 million, and they know what they're going to get at the start of the season with JaVale.
Sure.
So yeah,
they could have got JaVale and Boogie, and that's like $7 million.
They could have, yeah, totally. I mean, it just makes me wonder if they have a plan.
They probably didn't think Boogie was going to go for that cheap, though. That's probably a part of it. I mean, honestly,
that's what made me say. That's why I said earlier. I wonder what his agent was doing.
It's probably that thing where it's like you look at it and you're like, oh, LeBron's free agent. He's probably gonna go. He's gonna max out, and then like he went and signed with like the fucking Pacers for $5 million. Like you'd be like, I didn't even know we could offer him $5 million. That's probably what happened. Honestly, he probably didn't get really any offers because people were probably like hesitant on it, and they thought he was going to probably want more. So they were like, let's see how stuff falls, see if we can get him to a max deal. But it was going to take a little bit longer to negotiate. And he was like, I want to go first day. So he probably got mad, and then they called up over to Golden State, and he was like, well, I can win a chip, whatever. Let's go over there. And then they were like, we have $5 million laying around. That's all we can give you. And he was like, okay.
Who knows?
I mean,
we'll see what Magic does. I mean, there's not very many big men left out, so there's Capella, who hasn't been spoken for yet. Kyle O'Quinn.
Yeah. Is Howard going to the Wizards?
I was going to the Nets.
I saw something about it. I didn't see what
Brooklyn, as far as I know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And,
he's just getting a max deal, probably, just to get it.
No, I thought he got traded.
Is he a trade?
He got traded, yeah.
He's a free agent, though, isn't he?
Oh, maybe. I have no idea, man. I don't follow Dwight
Howard. Maybe he might be.
I dislike Dwight Howard so much as a player that I don't follow him.
And Kobe was the problem when he was there in the Lakers, bro.
D'Antoni was the problem.
Well, D'Antoni sucks, but
D'Antoni is the problem. And he lucked out again with that Houston roster, and geez, dude, there ain't no other coach that's been carried as much as that guy. Maybe Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, probably. He's getting fired soon, probably.
I don't know. If you think about it, Tyronn Lue's played around a lot of good players.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna be like dude, LeBron. That team's gonna go from making the finals to missing the playoffs, probably.
Well, that's to be expected. So anything that he does any better than that, I mean, it would be considered successful. He's not gonna. Cavs aren't gonna win 50 games next year.
Yeah, I see. I heard they were trying to. Kevin Love's on the block, so they're trying to get rid of Kevin.
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna fire sell what they can.
Oh yeah, well their roster's so bloated that it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Like with salary, like they they overpaid a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
And like because they were making that championship run, they were like, "Oh, we'll just do this," and that's why LeBron was like, "I'm out of here. We ain't got no cap space to do nothing."
Yeah. Probably.
And then they lost Kyrie. Stupid.
No.
They just let that thing go, man. And then they're gonna extra suck because when LeBron came back, they traded what was basically Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love.
Yeah.
And so Kevin Love.
I think they missed. They changed Kevin Love's game.
Well, yeah, Kevin Love's not the same.
He was built entirely different as a Wolf, as a T-Wolf.
Yeah.
He had way more muscle on him. He played under the rim. He rebounded. And then they're like, no, we're going to put you out on the three-point line. You better learn to shoot and drop 20 pounds.
Well, he could shoot. He shot the three well when he was. But they made him more of a three-point shooter.
They took the best part of his game away. They'd be like taking Rodman's game away.
Well, he was a center though when he was there, more so than power forward, and then they moved him to power.
Right.
That's why Kevin Love was good when like Tristan Thompson was like out, and they had Kevin Love as center. Mm-hmm. He was way better during that stretch.
No, I agree.
It's probably the best stretch of his season.
Yeah, no, Kevin Love's a good player, man. He's just they just bad coaching.
Yeah, it'll be interesting this year. I mean, the Warriors basically have all the pressure because they should 95% chance win the freaking whole thing.
Well, no, they should win the whole thing, and
they should not win. They should not lose the game,
and they shouldn't lose a game. Period. But especially after Boogie laces up and hits the cardboard after the first game. I mean, there should be 0-0 excuse. I mean, of course they're going to lose some, but there shouldn't be any. You know.
It'll be interesting to see that year that they won all those games and they started out like without losing a game. It'll be interesting to see how long into the season it takes to lose a game. Cause
I don't know. Makes me wonder if it's really I don't know because that was when Kerr was out and Walton was coaching.
Yeah, well, for some,
it was, and so a lot of it was the players. But of course, Walton's got a very good basketball IQ. He comes from a basketball family, and he wasn't a terrible player. He was a good role player, and he's obviously a good coach. I mean, the Lakers won twice as many games as they did the season before.
Yeah, so, I mean, the Lakers they're a decent team. I just don't know how much LeBron helps them. Like,
there's no. It's not. I don't care if we win a ring or not this year. That's what you guys were like getting on me yesterday. I was like, no, you're not listening to me. I said in 2 years.
No, I don't think at all. I don't think. I just don't think that. I
mean, if that monster up in Oakland stays, stays intact the way it is, I don't know about 2 years. But all I know is they almost lost to Houston. They blew a 3-1 lead 2 years before that. So
I think though this might help them though. I think getting Boogie might help them.
It might. Well, of course, I don't see how it wouldn't.
Well, because now, I mean, from the standpoint of the mindset of like, I think they're expected to win every game now, so I think they're going to put that pressure on. And Golden State seems to play well when the pressure's on. So I think that's part of the reason why they kind of get lazy sometimes.
Except in 2016.
I mean, one loss series. I mean, come on,
you were about to say, well, no, it was 3 consecutive lost games.
Well, no, they lost a series though. Like they've lost one series.
They didn't lose one series. They lost the series that you can't.
They did. It is true. That's fair.
So I mean, you get what I mean. But
Kevin Love also played out of his mind, and Kyrie was like actually the reason they won, not LeBron.
Well, Kevin Love was injured, was he not? That was the
year. Not the year they won.
I thought he was injured the year he won.
No, he's the first person to hug LeBron after they won.
I don't remember that. I remember that wasn't the Olynyk year when he got his arm.
No, that was the thing that was the year before when everyone was like, "Yeah, but the Cavs weren't full strength."
And they almost won that series too.
And they lost, and then they lost. Right. They won the next year, and then they lost the last 2 years.
Right.
Full strength.
Yeah. Okay. So they were supposed to lose full strength. It's not like he had 4 All-Stars.
I mean, Kevin Love is pretty damn good, and Kyrie's pretty damn good.
I wasn't talking about when Kyrie was there. I was talking about last year, or this one that just ended. But,
I'm saying they lost twice with Kyrie there, though.
But they won once.
They won once, yeah.
Okay.
And it was because of Kyrie.
Well, there's 6 other
And-
games in the series, man. There was
and
3 other
Kevin Love.
wins. The they wouldn't have been in that position for Kyrie to hit that shot if it wasn't for Braun.
Whatever, and then Kevin Love with his lockdown defense.
What were the Cavs' record? LeBron's last year in Miami, that last season when
It was probably terrible.
it was fucking atrocious, bro.
It was atrocious. No, I agree. You're talking to somebody who thinks LeBron's the best player in the NBA. I think.
Well,
LeBron
sometimes it's hard to get that from you because you sound like you don't think.
No, I think LeBron's the best player. I think LeBron is so good though that he actually hurts the team.
See, I disagree. I think he elevates the team.
I think like
there's no way you can't say that. The Cavs won 50 fucking games.
I agree, but
it would have been 65 games if they had someone else on the team with them that was worth a shit.
But he drove Kyrie out. Kyrie didn't want to play with him.
Kyrie never wanted to. Who wants to play in fucking Cleveland, dude?
No, Kyrie liked Cleveland. He wanted to stay there. He said he didn't want to be second fiddle and didn't want to be treated like a little boy.
Okay, but at the core of it, who wants to live in Akron or Cleveland or whatever that? I've never been to Cleveland or
someone who thinks the Earth's flat.
If you got money, how does he own a home in Cleveland still? Probably not.
Probably.
I doubt he never even owned one. He's probably renting the whole time he was there.
He might. You don't know.
No. You don't know either.
I don't know about this man's real estate assets. No, I don't. But he probably does own a house.
Nah,
He's probably renting it to J.R. Smith, but J.R. Smith didn't realize it was the first and didn't pay his rent.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Dude, that team's gonna be atrocious next year. They better just cut everybody.
Yeah, I don't know.
That team's so bad. Bad team for the Cavs are not. Dude, the East is like it's basically the 76ers and the Celtics.
Raptors aren't bad.
The Raptors are okay, but they just suck in the playoffs.
They're just some. Yeah, and Casey's gone, so they're probably gonna take a dip.
They should have got DeRozan should have signed with the Lakers last year when he had a chance.
Yeah. Oh well.
Then y'all wouldn't have to deal with having KCP.
We'll probably Magic will probably make another move. I'm not worried about it.
Oh, I'm sure he will. I mean,
at one point I thought he was acquiring Rondo and Lance as a bargaining chip.
I don't think so.
No, but not as much as he paid Rondo.
No,
but that's a pretty average salary for the NBA now for a decent player. You know, he's not elite.
Yeah.
And he's at the more in the twilight of his career now, but.
I mean, he's good though. I mean, that's the thing is like he's still like he's got talent. I mean, he played well in New Orleans. I mean, last year.
Oh yeah, well no, he plays great. I was really hoping they were going to get Cousins because Rondo and Cousins played great together. Both years that Rondo has played with Boogie, career high assists. So
I mean, it's easy when you're lobbing it up.
Well, he played with Garnett and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen.
Did the same, lobbed it up.
but
he's more
Boogie is what I'm saying.
But to be fair, Rondo was also younger. He was like more of a inconsistent passer and shooter when he was with the Celtics.
No, he's definitely a better shooter than he was.
He played a little wild when he was with the Celtics.
He's a lot better shooter than he was. I mean, he basically averaged 1 for 3.
Yeah, I mean that's not. Yeah, that's good.
Which really isn't bad. If he shot 9, that'd be 3 for 9. You know, I mean.
No, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is like, when as you get older, basketball is one of those sports that's like you definitely hit like a spot where it's like you're like on the rise as like a young person, and then you kind of plateau, and then like you have a little spike where like you realize you're not getting any better like physically, and you're probably declining, but then like mental game, those guys that can get the mental game, they can make another little resurgence, and I think Rondo's done that. But
I don't think it's just been pretty consistent. I think he's just improved.
Well, no, I mean there was a point when he was like people thought he was done when he like got kicked off the freaking Mavs like halfway through the season.
I think that was a personality clash.
I mean, it probably was, but he was also playing like shit.
That's also part of a personality clash. Why would he? You know, think about it. I mean,
Rick Carlisle, a great coach though.
I don't know about that.
I mean, he took Detroit, beat Lakers.
Yeah.
I mean, Whatever.
So, yeah, but didn't happen again though, did it?
No, but we won a title against Lakers, so it's all good. I'll take it.
Yeah, never happened again, ever.
I mean, the Lakers could always go and just recruit from the Sparks. Go get Candace Parker and.
Yeah, well, I'd like to point out that Magic Johnson owns part of the Sparks, so it could happen.
Hey,
but but him being a terrible businessman, quote unquote, your words.
I didn't say it was a terrible businessman. I said.
Okay, go ahead and say what you said, and I'll read exactly what you said.
You said LeBron didn't go talk to the 76ers, and I said, yeah, he did talk to Magic Johnson though, because it's easier to talk player to player than to talk to some weirdo businessman. But then I also said that Magic Johnson has done nothing successful inside of basketball outside of playing.
That's not what you said.
That is exactly what I said. I said something else too, but that's what was meant.
I didn't say he was
unsuccessful. I said he hasn't been successful as something, and you took it as anything outside of being a player.
No. I'm gonna read what you said. Half of what you just said was what you said. The other half is not what you said.
Read it to me.
Because you were just trying to talk shit, and I called you on it.
No, because I didn't say he was a bad businessman. I know he's a good businessman.
You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
5:01 p.m. yesterday.
That's right.
The 2nd of July.
2nd of July.
2018th year of our Lord.
It was a balmy Monday.
Players talking to former players. Right? Parentheses. By the way, Magic does not have a great track record as anything other than a player. It's different. That was the end of the parentheses. It's different than talking to a weirdo businessman. And then we proceeded to argue for an hour and a half about that.
But guys, you didn't read the quote up. You didn't read the tweet above, the one above that you.
I read the one above.
No, the one where you said he didn't meet with the 76ers, but he had the team's president of operations over it.
Right.
That's what
I said was there's a big difference between sending your team of people to a meeting and inviting the president of basketball operations to your home for 3 hours, especially when there isn't a rapport there other than an acquaintance in passing.
But so that's what I said. That's
a big difference. Obviously, you're entertaining the other team more than the other. He didn't invite the other dude over.
But that's what my quote was in reference to, talking to a former player, and then parentheses.
Then that should have been the end of what you're.
He has a bad track record as anything other than a player inside of basketball.
You didn't say anything about inside of basketball.
I'm not talking about his business. I'm not talking about his Magic Johnson.
No, you didn't. I brought that up, and then you can.
By the way,
and then you didn't even bring it up and say, "Hey, that's."
I know all about it, bro.
I know you know all about it. You proceeded to say, "Oh, my dad played pickup basketball, and I was born in the same hospital." Right. I said that has nothing to do with the business side of the things that we were talking about.
Me and Magic Johnson both represent East Lansing, Michigan, bro.
That's great. Hey,
me and Magic Johnson might as well be related, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. But
Magic Johnson went to rival high schools of my parents.
That has nothing to do with what you said.
Went to Michigan State, where my grandparents.
I don't care about what your grandparents and your parents.
I've done like 52 book reports about it in my life.
And then maybe you should sound a little more intelligent when you talk about it. Then I'm questioning your intelligence level, my friend, because
I got good basketball magic.
Not only was he the first one to snag up a Starbucks franchise, the timing of it, and then what does he do? He doesn't put it in urban white America or anything like that. He goes and serves underserved urban communities.
By the way, his first Starbucks that he purchased, I'm pretty sure was the one in East Lansing, Michigan, which is nothing but white people, basically.
Right, I'm talking about the other 120 of them.
You mean after he did the first one? I know about. I've drank in a Magic Johnson Starbucks.
So at what point does that not turn him into a decent businessman? You said nothing. You said nothing.
He's a good businessman. I didn't say anything
about him. He owns a majority of a $14 billion conglomerate, dude.
I mean, he doesn't make it the decision.
And then you further went to try and make the point that investing in business are not one and the same, and it is the same.
They're not.
It is the same. No, it's a form of business. It's a form of business.
Being a good businessman outside of a sports team is different than managing a sports team.
Okay, but everything that he's done outside of basketball, he's been pretty fucking successful because he didn't
He
really.
has. Fair enough.
I mean,
As
a lot better than. I mean, name another outside of Michael Jordan.
who, by the way,
Just
also,
because his shoe deal was so huge.
but also same result. Michael Jordan, also great basketball player, terrible basketball mind.
Right, he's not right. But you said anything outside of basketball, he does not have a great. You didn't even specify basketball.
I didn't say
said,
anything outside of. I said basketball is anything inside of basketball. He is not. He doesn't have a good track record inside of basketball.
That's not what you said.
I did clarify that later on, about like 15 minutes.
No, you didn't.
You did, though.
You did.
Basketball
not.
is what
you
I
did
had.
not. You went in to try and talk about pick up basketball games when a hospital.
Hey,
because
you told me I should read a book about Magic Johnson.
I said you probably should Google his business.
And I know all about Magic Johnson.
You didn't sound like it. It didn't sound like it.
All
It didn't sound like it. That's all I gotta say.
That's all I gotta say. I know all about Magic.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
I know all about him. He was my favorite basketball player growing up.
By the way, Magic not a great track record as anything other than a player. Boom. That's exactly.
I was
talking
about basketball. I was talking about basketball.
You didn't say basketball.
I was talking about basketball because you referenced before that.
Okay.
That
let me read the text you wrote before that.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go up a little more. Let's see what else.
Because we were talking basketball.
Because I said big difference between sending your people and inviting the president of b-ball ops of a team to your home and having a 3-hour conversation, right?
And that's why I was referencing basketball.
You said
LeBron gave him the time because he was a former player, so it's easier to talk to a former player as a player because you bond easier. But, parentheses, even though Magic Johnson has a terrible track record outside of being a basketball player, coaching he sucked, and so on and so forth in basketball, it hasn't been successful.
Oh, and then what you said was investing, not a decision maker, and I'm like, how is that not a decision?
No, because you said he freaking because I said sports team, and then you referenced the Dodgers. He doesn't make any decisions. He just put his money in it. He doesn't. But he made the
decisions to put. He decided to put his money there. Isn't that not a decision?
Am
I going to have grape or strawberry jelly today? Is that not a decision? Are you going to check your ass to make sure you wiped it right before you leave the bathroom? Is that not a fucking decision?
You're wrong, though, man. Putting money into a business that's successful
investing into Redbox or not investing into a Redbox, is that a decision? That is. So if you would have decided to make a business move and invest your money into a Redbox, would that not have been a great business decision?
Would have been a great business decision. I should have done that.
So investing into the Dodgers.
No. Business-wise, great. Owning the business, one. Making the business decisions, different. He's not picking the players that are playing on the field.
No, I understand that.
So the team being successful, which is then
in further reference to you not specifying in basketball, you said as anything other than a player. And that's what set off that whole conversation. And never at one point in this entire text, I never put my phone down for that 2 hours we were talking.
I know. We were going.
Did you mention?
I'm pretty sure I did.
I said no.
Definitely did.
No, because just the timing alone of getting that Starbucks franchise was a good business move.
I'm not debating that he's a good businessman. I'm debating that him running a sports franchise, he has been unsuccessful.
Sounds like he's pretty fucking successful. Didn't the Lakers just double their win record last year?
Dude.
Has the roster not been revamped with the best player of the world within a year?
Missed the playoffs last year.
Okay.
Made the playoffs. They were gonna.
Okay, but went from the second worst team to the 10th ranked team.
I mean, so in the West though.
In the West. So being in the West doesn't. So when winning in the West doesn't count against winning in the East now? Is that what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is they were like the 20th highest best record in basketball last year. Then if you give them the fact that they play in the West, they probably were about the 17th best team.
So if they played in the East, they probably would have had 45 wins.
Yeah, probably.
And probably would have been like the 7th seed.
Maybe, yeah.
So,
I mean,
so you're contradicting yourself, man.
no, the East is bad.
Right. So being
Which is why
able to double your wins in the Western Conference where you're playing the better teams still.
No, but most of their wins came against teams that didn't make the playoffs.
They beat the Warriors. They beat OKC. They beat Utah. They beat. We went through this list yesterday.
They beat the Cavs. They beat the Celtics. That's six of their wins.
I mean, I think they beat every team at least once. Outside of Houston, I don't think they took Houston down.
Their other 30 wins were against teams that did make the playoffs.
Okay, and all those teams that made the playoffs have wins against teams that didn't make the playoffs too.
Agreed.
Wins are fucking wins, dude.
I'm saying when the bulk of your wins though.
It don't matter, dude. They lost the bulk of those.
It does matter.
They won 16 more than they won the year before. Next season, they'll win another at least 10 to 16 more. LeBron.
No, it definitely matters the teams that you beat. Like,
so if they beat those teams, they're going to beat the teams again, and then they're going to be even more.
No, they're not. No way.
Yes, they will.
No way.
Yes, they will.
They beat a bad Spurs team.
I don't think they beat. Did they beat San Antonio? Oh, they beat San Antonio twice.
Their last game of the season.
It was like 3 times.
And they beat a Clippers team.
They were the 11th seed in the Western Conference last year. But.
They beat a bad Clippers team. Terrible. They beat. I'm just looking through there.
They had one less win than the Hornets. So they still would have been the 10th or 11th seed in the Eastern Conference either way.
I mean, I'll give your team credit. If they played in the Eastern Conference where they played Eastern Conference teams more, they probably would have had a couple more wins.
Yeah, they probably would have.
So
in the lower 40s. So I think 51 games is going to happen.
I don't think so because they're playing in the West.
They just won 35 in the West without LeBron.
Dude, 42 is what they're getting. They're going to be 42, 44, right?
Let's bet $500 or a tattoo. Let's do tattoo. Tattoo.
No
Art
way.
and placement lower than the neck.
Hell no.
Let's do it. You seem so fucking sure. Let's do it.
Dude,
put your money where your skin where your mouth is.
No.
Or pick up a book.
No.
Mm-hmm. No. $500. Let's do it right now. Right now. Yes. We will PayPal Scott the money right now.
Hell no. Fuck no. By the way, they beat the Grizzlies, who didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? Because they sucked. They won 22 games.
I don't care. They won 35 games, dude. So.
Hey, by the way, the Pistons beat them last year, just so you know.
Yeah, Pistons and Blake Griffin.
They beat the Dallas Mavericks, who didn't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, they lost to the Kings, who didn't make the playoffs either.
Are we really gonna roll 10 minutes of you reading 82 games?
I'm just saying, man.
I've got shit to do today. I waited 45 minutes for you to pick up the Skype call. So.
Hey, bro, I waited another 10 minutes for you to pick up the Skype calls.
No, I was calling you during that 10 minutes too, actually. So. Yeah.
No, but yeah. I think you know what though. All things considered, as I was going to, I was kind of like checking news and stuff at the end of the day last night before I went to bed. I was thinking about our conversation and how that it's a good thing for basketball. LeBron going to the Lakers is good because he's playing obviously back on a team that is a classic team. And then so if he does anything, it'll be good for them. And bring back the Lakers. Golden State's stacked, which means the West is going to be super. All those games on the West are going to be good because you got Houston, even Utah. I mean, if Utah can somehow get another decent player,
yeah, they'll be better than OKC.
They'll be better. No, OKC got better because they got
Noel's suspect. He don't count.
No way, dude.
I mean,
he's good, dude. He's good.
No, I know he can be good, but what I'm saying is until he can be good. Until he shows he's better,
Well, he's been injury prone a little bit.
That's what I mean. That's what I get. I mean, Ben Simmons would be a lot better if he could make a jump shot.
That's fair enough.
You know,
It's him,
so
him and Fultz.
right. Yeah, Fultz is fucking. That's
He's got the yips.
that's the fuck up of the last year's draft, and Kuzma was the steal of the draft. That was another thing we're talking about. You wouldn't acknowledge Kuzma being the steal of the
Oh,
draft.
no,
Just because we were in a group text with all the boys, and all you guys were trying to gang up on me because I have been the Laker fan, even through the through the rough phases.
I'll give you Kuzma, but Kuzma was also part of a deal that I don't know if they were trying to get Kuzma or if they were trying to get Brook Lopez and get rid of D'Angelo. So I think that might have been a luck. Like, oops, we got lucky.
I don't know. They
almost cut Kuzma last year.
No, they didn't.
At the beginning, they were like, if you looked at the beginning, he was not projected to make the roster.
Oh yeah, but by who though?
And by NBA experts.
Yeah, well, we know how accurate they can be sometimes.
Fair enough.
So
They said LeBron's good. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
That's a troll. No, LeBron's good. I think honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they get 51 wins. I wouldn't say I think that it's a good odds that they win 51 games. So.
I think they'll win 51 games. I mean, it's just
because I think.
Okay, well, hold on. Okay, here, let's Google how many games the Cavs played against the Western Conference last year. We'll compare that to how many games the Lakers played, and that'll.
We don't got 40 minutes for you to scroll through your phone, Jay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. No,
shut up! I almost pushed the podcast off till Thursday, dick face. I was so fucking annoyed last night. I was just like, I'm turning off my phone. I'm not gonna talk to anybody for 2 days. I'm gonna say some mean shit.
It's all right. I think all of our boys think we hate each other, so it's all good.
No, they just finally got the view of like our personal text messages. Or you're like, fuck you, fuck your face.
We haven't had a heated discussion like that since Kelly Clarkson, Dave Grohl.
Well, no, we have mini NASCAR ones like that.
Oh yeah.
How many games, dude? And you've only been right once, by the way.
Oh, right. Well,
just that one time when Brad came out of nowhere, and I was like, "There's no way you knew that was gonna happen."
I did.
All numbers pointed to no. Everything pointed to that wasn't gonna happen, and then something happened. I don't remember exactly. I'll have to go back and look. I remember something fucking happening, and just like the gates of heaven opening up for Brad to get to the lead right there. And
that's not true. I also called Blaney another time. Leading a ton of laps.
No, but I mean, as far as like us disagreeing. So far apart like that.
Oh, so far apart, like opposites.
Because like the season or two before that, I'd be like, "Nah, dude, you crazy," and then I was right. I've schooled you up since then. I was still like, no. But it went his way that one race. No, he's a good driver, but
Brad K owned it, man.
I forget what track it was, but it was.
I do too. I do too. But I remember I was adamant.
I just remember being pissed when he got to the lead and led more than what I said he was going to.
Oh yeah, because if you had put him in instead of the guy you did pick, you'd probably be like $50K richer, right?
No, I was. But yeah, I would have been. That was the difference. That's usually how it goes for me. Not rough. Yeah, score. Yeah.
Oh man, dude. You know what is weird is like, so it's 4th of July. We have our 4th of July theme up. And the weird thing is like, it's funny we're talking sports because like 4th of July has always kind of felt like the unofficial start to like summer sports for me. Like where it's like we're gonna roll into like we're through the dog days of baseball's getting, leading up to like the second half and the trade deadline at the end of July, and then you got free agency for basketball, and teams are getting excited, and football's training camps will be starting any day. It's pretty awesome that like those are like the things that we have going into the 4th of July because I mean it's a good cap on like the beginning half of the sports year.
No, I agree. It's Daytona.
It's also
this weekend too.
I was gonna say it's like almost like the start of the second season for NASCAR.
Pretty excited. I'm calling it right now. 88's gonna win.
You going Bowman, huh?
I've been on Bowman all year, dude. I've been kind of waiting for him to win. Yeah, I know he's a great driver. You get what I mean. And I mean he's top 16 in points for the season right now.
Yeah.
He's been getting better and better every weekend, and I was like, man, I really feel like everybody slept on him this year. No one was talking about him going into the season.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And so,
I mean,
and like, just talk about totally using the wrong perspective. This kid is so good. He's got so much potential. That's a better way of phrasing it. So much potential that Rick Hendrick, who has cream of the crop of choices of who he can put in his cars, goes, no, come here and drive this simulator for a year until I get you right.
Yeah.
I'm your boy. You know.
I mean, he put in the work. I mean, he did this.
No, he's good. He's good.
We had a good showing when Junior was out too, though. I mean,
he did. And yeah, there's a few other guys I was harping on a little bit. Bubba's had spurts of good runs, and then he just can't finish the race the way he needs to. Stuff gets in the way.
No, I totally see that. I think. You think he'll get a win before Elliott, though? You think? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm starting to wonder.
Chase is cursed.
I don't think it's cursed. His dad took eight second place finishes to win too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Chase is up to 9 now, but
yeah, he's I think once he gets it though, he'll get a couple.
I would kind of really feel like the Chevy drivers the first half of the season they're getting better. You get what I mean? Larson aside, but Larson's used to driving crap cars anyway. It's crappy, and so now he's getting decent cars with speed.
It'll be interesting. I think the second half of the season will be really good.
Plus, let's talk about you didn't watch the race this weekend, did you? I got home.
I didn't get a chance. I was working. Yeah.
I got home just to talk. So I was sitting there watching. I got home like right as they were taking the green flag, right? And I was just thinking, as the race was going on, I was trying to really decide if I was just really enjoying the racing or enjoying the fact that Dale Jr. was announcing. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's been weird. He was my favorite driver forever. And it's like your sports team. You pick a car, and that's who you cheer for. Especially before the DFS NASCAR or fantasy NASCAR came along. And so, little kid, not a little kid, but a teenager, little compared to now, but cheered on that A car forever, and then the 88 or whatever, sat through the droughts, and so so it was kind of cool. But then the race itself, the finish itself, has been one of the best finishes that I can remember in recent memory.
I saw you posted in our group. I saw you that's a real racer. Like that's racing.
Oh yeah, 'cause someone was like, "Oh, that's dirty." I was like, "No, that's racing, man. That's right. You bump me, I'm gonna you use me to turn. I'm gonna use you as a brake."
Yeah.
That's
I didn't get a chance to watch it. Usually I'll watch them.
You should. You missed it, man. I mean, Larson went to go do a slide job, and Rick Allen's, calling the race, and Dale Jr.'s in the background yelling, "Slide job! Slide job!" And the timing of, like, the breaths between the slide jobs lined up perfect with Rick Allen's breaks and talking, so it was just perfect. And he didn't finish the slide job, naturally, and then Koppisch dumped him. And then, but Larson saved it and finished second still.
Larson's good. He's good. He's a good bad driver.
Dude, he's great.
Larson's great. Like when it's stuff like, so the amount of times I've seen Larson save something that
he's a wheel man.
He shouldn't.
He's a wheel man.
Yeah, he's definitely a driver. Like he is. I can imagine Larson's gonna be 59 years old, racing go-karts if he has
to. He loves racing those outlaws on dirt a lot. A lot.
He said he wants to do that full time.
Right. No, that's what he wants to. That's how he wants to finish his racing career. He wants to, do his deal in NASCAR, and then once he's done, he'll go, race his dirt cars. But those dirt drivers like Clint Boyer's another guy like that. Yeah, he'll go loose, drive them loose race cars. Kyle Busch, but. If Larson gets a win and manages to make it through the two playoff rounds leading into Miami, they won't be able to stop him there.
I don't think I ever told you I have a relatives in Michigan that are really good dirt drivers, or were. They were a little older than me, so I don't know if they still do it, but they were pretty good. They would go to lots of different competitions outside of the area. Because they qualified for them because of wins and stuff. So
that's cool. Yeah. So the race was great, man. It was good. It was one of the most enjoyable races this year for sure. I definitely would say that. I mean, and I definitely like the other announcement team. With Darrell Waltrip and all those other guys. I'm listening to those guys too. But it was cool. I don't know.
It's good to have like different perspectives.
But whoever
like,
they had on that show after the race, what was it, NASCAR America or some crap like that? Get those people out of there. I mean, I was just like, Jesus. I don't even want to say the words I said because it'll be recorded, man. It's so.
Was it that one dude or?
It's like it's an AJ Allmendinger knockoff. He looks like a Dinger knockoff. I can't even think of it. I didn't even take the time to learn his name. I was like, this is so bad. And I wanted to watch. I was hoping they'd talk more about what Kyle and Kyle were gonna say to each other. And then and I couldn't sit through the lady. Obviously you could tell was reading off a teleprompter and And then but even the words that she was like clamoring over, having a hard time with, is something that someone that actually put some time in knowing the sport wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Had the issue. And then the other guy, I was just like, it was the same deal. I was just like, yeah, you can just tell. You can just tell. You get what I mean? Like when, let me see. I'm trying to think of someone. Yeah, it's hard. I know like the Fox crew has a lot of people that were previously embedded in the sport throughout the stuff. But even like the race center people, you can tell that they do their
I like it when they do the what is it? Some of the Xfinity races, and they have like the drivers in like the pits and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are always interesting. I like those. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah. But whoever the NASCAR America show they need to recast that. Give Danielle Trotta a job. Put her on there, and let's stick maybe I don't know. Why not Rutledge? Let's put Rutledge Wood on there. Rutledge is cool.
Yeah.
Let's do both.
That's what I was thinking. I know a lot of people don't like Rutledge Wood. A lot of people.
I like Rutledge. Really, Rutledge Wood's cool, man.
He liked it. Like didn't he started he was like on a cooking show or something like that, or did like some travel show or something like that.
I don't remember. I don't
think
remember for me. I know he's done something outside of the NASCAR stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember what show that was, but
I know some people don't like it. I remember reading a couple.
No, I could see that. I remember.
Annoying, him being annoyed.
Yeah, I could get that. I think it's alright, man.
Sometimes I guess he can be a little a little goofy, like when he's like out in like the like the grass area or whatever, and he's like talking to fans, being goofy. Like sometimes you're like, what are you doing right now? But he obviously knows the sport enough though that he doesn't sound like he's out of place.
Right. Hey, speaking of out of place, there's this trend going on, like how the Tide Pod thing was going on. That kind of viral trend. People are dunking pizza in glasses of milk.
Dude, I saw something about that.
I was like, ugh.
What the fuck? What's wrong with people?
Why would you do that? I mean,
it doesn't even make sense. Like, it's not even like, it's not like, I mean,
no,
I know,
it doesn't. I don't understand that.
All of my kids and my wife use ranch on their pizza. So, like, I get, like, something, but milk isn't, like, thick or anything. It doesn't.
No.
Just,
no. Yeah, so I don't understand why you would dunk pizza in milk.
I'd do it in chocolate milk, bro. Let's go.
You would. You look like you bleed chocolate milk, you fat fuck.
Hey, I've lost more weight. Dang, fat shaming the shit out of me.
Hey, that's what friends are for. It's only a hate crime when you don't know the person.
That's only. Then it's a crime of passion.
No, it's an intervention if I know you.
It's an intervention. Dude, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I should really shave my beard down because I just look like my face is extra fat right now.
Oh, yeah. If you don't keep the edges tapered, you lose your jaw.
Yeah, I definitely got to trim it up. I've let it go a little bit. Actually,
my beard's so thick, I was trimming it and I broke my razor. So the trimmer, so I got to get a new one.
You get on some Dollar Shave Club, right?
Well, no, I've been contemplating, scaring all the kids at my kids' activities. I'm just, going to pick my head. Leave the beard for go Viking for a couple days. Yeah,
dude. There's a dude that I won't say what company I work for, but I deliver products to stores, and there's another guy who does the same thing for a different company, and he's definitely shaved head and has a 2 foot long beard, and every time I see him, I'm like, this dude's in a biker gang outside of work.
Yeah, I gotta be careful if I do that. But, that's where I live. But something weird. I might honor my heritage and just rock the ridiculous mustache.
Just go.
The cheech. I like to call it the cheech. Did the 23andMe thing, so I'm waiting to see when that comes back.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I got a pretty good idea. Like, I've traced my father's family back, like,
Yeah.
pre-1700.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's cool.
That's 10 generations if you start with my son.
Oh, that's
yeah.
My parents were really big into genealogy. Like, we did a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of genealogy, my boy's like fussy right now.
No.
Over here.
And
Trying to keep
then, so I've got that all the way back, got that all the way back to pre-1700 and quite a bit back on like my grandfather's, my great grandma's side too.
Yeah.
I was following the Hispanic heritage and seeing where where it went all that because it's the majority, pretty much mostly what I am, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And,
Yours should be interesting. I would assume with all your background.
Yeah, no, I know there's some Scottish in there. So earlier this week, I went in to a buddy's place, got some Thai food, right? And he's like, "How? I got some. What would I get? Some chicken yokosoba." And the woman got some just yellow curry, right? Whatever, with some sticky rice. And she was like, "Give me a 2 on the spice scale," and then for her, and then homie's like, "What you want, man?" And I'm like, "Well, let me do a 5." And he's like, 5 out of 5? I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "I can make it a 7. You won't do a 7." And I was like, "I think I could do a 7." And then the other person that was actually with us was like, "You won't do the 7." And so at that point, I had to do the 7.
Yeah.
And so eventually ended up getting triple dog dared, right? And so
Yeah.
if anyone's from the streets, you can't back down from a triple dog dare. There's, double dog dare, you can probably talk your way out of it. Triple dog, you got no balls if you don't do it. So I manned up, got a 7, and man, my entire face was numb. I was sweating, my lips were tingly, beyond tingly, and like I felt shitty for like 2 days after.
Yeah.
It was just
yeah.
I mean, I eat spicy food all the time. It wasn't like it wasn't like super unbearable if you ate a little bit, but I wanted to prove them wrong because I got an ego a little bit. Triple dog dare, right?
I mean, that's how I'm the same way. I'll do
triple
it.
dog dare.
I'm the same way. Like, I was thinking when you were like, give me a, like, he was like, I can make it a 7. I'd have been like, make it an 8.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Picture mom like 7, making a 9, and so I did that, and I regretted it for a while, man. It wasn't too bad. I mean, like, the heat didn't linger super long, but it was just, stomach didn't feel the greatest.
Dude, yeah, no, I know about
that. I feel like a new man now, cleaned out, if you understand what I'm doing.
Like 10 pounds lighter.
Something like that.
Liquefy the insides.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, no, my buddy, we used to go, we went on this like streak probably of like, it was probably close to like a year where we were just like, we'd go hang out, grab some beers, whatever, but we did this. There was this wing challenge, not wing challenge, but it was like a wing fest or whatever. And so they had all these different vendors with their wings or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like,
sorry.
Oh, took it down, wax on, wax off there, bro. No.
Lightning hands. That's what your mom calls me, lightning hands.
Hey, I mean, whatever. That's speaking of lightning hands, it works perfect with the story. So my buddy's like, hey, so I'm gonna go ahead and try these really hot wings. Like, they're like the hottest ones here, and I was like, cool. So he's like, I gotta sign a waiver for this thing, and I was like, that's cool, bro. Like, that doesn't sound like a good plan, but whatever. And I mean, I love spicy food, but like, I was like, I ain't trying wings. I gotta freaking. He's like, comes back. He's like, man. He's like, this was pretty hot. It was decent, like, or whatever. And he was like, had something in his hand, and I was like, what do you got in your hand? He's like, oh, it was the kit they gave me when I to try it. I was like, dude, it's still closed though. You didn't. So did you? He's like, yo. He's like, I don't think I needed it. It was just like, I think it's just paperwork. So he hands it to me, and I pop it open, and I'm like, yo. I'm like, there's like a paper towel, like not a paper towel, but like a wet nap.
Baby wipe.
Yeah. And then there's like a doctor's glove, like a surgical glove, and I was like, whatever. And I was thinking, and I was like, dude, I think you were supposed to wear this. And it was like, whatever. So then, like 20 minutes
Did he
later,
touch his face or something?
nope. 20 minutes later,
Dong, didn't he?
we shotgunned like 3 beers, and he's like, oh, I gotta go pee.
Oh yeah.
He comes back and he was like, oh, dude, he's like, my dick's on fire, and I was like, I think that's what that glove is for, bro.
I went and saw Snoop like last month, right? I saw like April 21st, so 421, right? Yeah, and then but I guess that was a few months ago now, like I don't think I ever told you the story, right? So I took 2 friends with me, 2 of my buddies, one a military friend that I served with, and another just a mutual buddy, one of my smoking buddies, if you get what I mean, So I got 2 different lifestyles, right? But like, it takes a rare breed of tolerance level to keep up with me. You get what I mean? Especially if I'm not driving the car on the way.
Yeah.
So I'll be turning it into a Cypress Hill concert. Hello, my name is Dr. Green Thumb. I'm sitting in the back, right? And so in the back, and Jamie, or actually, I was driving initially, but it was when I wanted to medicate before the concert. I was like, hey, when are you guys driving?
Yeah.
But anyways, so these guys are trying to hang up with. So I got them annihilated before we even hit McDonald Theater, right? Before we even get to the venue. And then I start talking to the parking dude. I'm like, we're in my Dodge, right? We're in my Challenger. So I'm like, hey, where's the best place for me to park this where I can just hit the car and shoot straight out of here? Where would you park? You know what I mean? I've been there several times, but I wanted to know, he was like, here, follow me, right? And I'm like, here's $20, dude. I'm gonna roll my windows up because it's on the U of O campus, so you're not supposed to smoke, So, anyways, I'm like, here's $20. My car will be hotboxed. Don't bug me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, anyways, I have this plush, stuffed brick from Rick and Morty that hangs from my rear mirror, and just to annoy my old lady, and I love that show. And so he comes walking up, and the car's just full of smoke, right? So I saw roll down the window. He's like, "Is that Rick?" And then he goes, he just goes, and he goes back to do his job. Anyway, so Jamie and my other friend are so annihilated. I gave them a couple 75 milligram THC edible cookies. And so they both ate one of those, and they're both smoking with me. And this is after the car's parking. So we were there 45 minutes early.
Yeah.
So I wanted a parking spot. So I'm getting baked, right? I mean, it's 421. It's Snoop and Wiz Khalifa. I'm like, if there's ever a time to.
That's the time.
Right. It's always 420 somewhere. But anyways, so we get out of the car. These 2 are pretty freaking shit-faced, and I don't realize it yet. And so, like, I'm checking Slack because we got boutique stuff going on, right? And like, it was a race weekend, dude. And so it was a Saturday night race, and the concert was Saturday night. So I'm doing all this, gets to work. I'm multitasking night race from Sunday, like I do every day. And so I was standing behind these 2, and we're waiting for the elevator to come down, dude. I swear to God, 10 minutes goes by, and I finally look up at my phone, off from my phone, right? Because I was answering questions, pretty long. And I go, "You fucking assholes have to push the button.
Push the button.
Push the arrow for down."
We ain't going nowhere if you don't hit the button.
No, right. So I'm like, okay. They're not like Jen should be on my level, right? He smokes as frequent as I do. You medicates, but Jamie don't. So Jamie's understandable, but we get into the elevator finally, right? And I swear another 5 minutes goes by, and I'm on my phone, right? I'm in Slack, looking at lineups for people and critiquing them, and I'm going, I look up, and I'm like, you guys gotta push the freaking button again. and I lose my shit, dude. I'm like trying, I can't even tell this story right. I haven't acquired the level of storytelling to do this justice. And there was 3 girls in the elevator with us too, and so I looked up at them and I'm like,
nobody hit a button. God,
no, they didn't say anything either because these 2 morons, these 2 knuckleheads, they're not morons. I love these guys, but you get what I mean. The Goombas are standing directly in front of the button panel, like 18 inches from
Yeah.
the button panel, just staring at it. Doors are closed. Elevator ain't moving.
You're
Oh,
like,
man.
what is going?
Oh man, I
Yeah.
can't believe it, dude. And then like later that night, right, I had acquired a box of Frosted Flakes with Lucky Charms and marshmallows in them.
Yeah.
Game changer, right? Yeah. And we have some stairs in my living room, right? And so like it's probably like 2 a.m. I'm so torn up, and I probably put down like 375 milligrams of edibles, and then smoked before we went in and smoked afterwards. But and I tried sneaking a joint into the concert. Well, I got it in, but I was sitting in the third row center stage, and I was, I'm definitely a noticeable person, especially
Yeah.
when surrounded by a bunch of, millennial-looking wannabe Rastas. For real, so the Eugene Mafia, yeah. And so I probably something very similar here. This is probably what I look like. Ready? That's what I looked like that night. But anyways,
Exactly.
I forget what song comes out, right? Yeah, and I'm looking around. I'm like, fuck it, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And so I light that thing up, and security swarms on me. At the same time, Wiz Khalifa is smoking a fan-looking cardboard joint with 36 joints across. Look like a Hanukkah. What's that called?
Menorah.
It looked like a menorah, dude. And he's and so I'm like, what? So someone marked me out. Yeah, man. So I didn't finish it. But hey, technically I did. I just didn't get to smoke the whole thing. But
Yeah.
so yeah, it was a fun story. But then later I was eating that cereal and it was 2 a.m. and I'm used to living in this new place. Still haven't got those stairs down, and I face planted again. Landed on my ribs. Second time I spilled that box. I mean, I had that whole box of Frosted Flakes in like a big pan, like Big Daddy style. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah. When it tells you to eat, you eat, and then when it tells you to go to sleep, if you don't go to sleep, it turns on you. So yeah, that's what happens. But yeah,
it's fun. That's all. I see. Those are the kind of nights. I mean, I don't smoke personally, but like I've definitely been there with like alcohol.
Yeah, you had a couple beers or two, and then just not thinking your friends are being dumb. And I got 1,900 stories from Sunday about that stuff.
So many.
But yeah, I can't believe those two didn't push the elevator buttons not once, but twice, and then
elevator.
Yeah, and then security like swooping in on me. But and then
you're like, how are you gonna like that one when someone else is already just going?
Yeah, no, the people in the crowd were going too, and they had these big inflatable raw cone joints, like beach balls. Yeah. They were like 9 feet long, so that was cool too. Yeah, but
I imagine there was a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. Most of the crowd was behind me because I'm awesome.
Yeah,
but
that's the only way. That's the only way to go to concerts anymore, though.
It is, and I got pretty similar tickets to the Tom Segura show.
You were telling me about that. Yeah,
and so I'm hoping that I can weasel my way into a conversation with him somehow. But I'm going to the late show, so he's probably gonna want to bail right away. You know, and I've heard in general, like on Bert Kreischer's podcast, or maybe it was Joey's Diaz. It was Joey's Diaz's podcast, and Bert was talking about how he likes to sometimes do meet and greets afterwards. You know what I mean? And, but Segura's kind of got a style where he'll just literally take the earliest flight he can out and bail because he's got family and all that stuff. That's understandable. Yeah, but.
I don't know. I just listened to one of the podcasts that they did together, Bert and Tom, and Tom was saying something about how like he's like the thing that he gets in line or in his meet and greets is people are like, yeah, we know you don't really want to be here, and he's like I really enjoy it. He's like, it's funny because he's like, who wouldn't enjoy a line of like people wanting to tell you you're awesome? Like,
no, totally. No, I got you. Yeah.
So it's funny he was talking about the whole thing.
So right now, so this was my version of a soft cast out into the internet world and see what I can make happen. And so next week I'll mention it again, and then I'll mention it again, and I'll stalk him on Twitter until
I've been checking because we have Denver so close. I've been checking all of the comedy works and stuff, and
maybe I should make him a meat bear.
What?
A meat bear. Maybe I should make him a meat bear.
Oh, don't that Oh, meat bear.
It's a really cool. No, they're not. Don't make meat bears.
No. Meat bears are weird.
Right.
They're always weird. It's never a good gift.
So hopefully I can swing something.
Hey, I mean, it'd be cool to meet like one of your favorite people, man.
I'm sure he would. I'm sure he wouldn't mind trying some Oregon's finest OGB. And,
well, you're the man. You're the man to supply that for sure.
And so we will see what happens, and then maybe hey.
Did we just become best friends?
And then we're gonna get a bike, and we're gonna do peppermint patty commercials or whatever it is.
The double mint gum?
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm always one thing off, bro. You know that. It's like I picture it.
Peppermint
I
patty.
have a brain injury. Sometimes it doesn't.
That's okay, because like literally you said peppermint patty, and I was trying to think of why you were wrong, and I thought of patty mayonnaise from Doug for some reason first.
Oh yeah.
So
live the beats.
it worked. Hey everybody, Ant here. Just wanted to say thank you for watching.
Yo, dude!
If you liked what you saw, definitely hit the subscribe button so you get first notifications when everything comes out. Also, follow us on Twitter at YoDudePodcast, at Matty Machine Gun, and at PatchBlackDFS.